So, apparently YouTube has this function. You can make thumbnails. And I decided to make a few because I was very confused about what they what they show. So first, I wanna bring these up, okay? Listen, if you wanna see the rest, just go away. Go away. We're not here to we're here to have fun. We're here to have fun. We're here to, you know, oh you. If anything. Okay. So this I decided to generate some for Kako Wars to see what it would pull up. For some reason, it's pulling up the thumbnails for, if you recall, this is the thumbnail for, what's it called? A Meteor game. Now, what you'll also notice is that it's got the music note, which you haven't seen Jump Wad yet. I don't know if this video is going up before or after. But in Jump Wad, in the last stage, we gotta collect a music note. You gotta find music notes to get like little clues. I don't know how the clues work. But yeah, there's a music note. So yeah, for some reason, copy the thumbnail from a completely different series. What a weird move. So the weirdest part is that it features my signature line art character contemplating a floating musical note, perfectly capturing the experimental platforming vibe. All I want to know is, what do you mean, my signature line art character? Anyway, here's. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's again my alongside my character. I think there's a suggestion progression there. I like the little A. Is that from the game? I don't recall. I find it very amusing, especially since technically speaking, the rank only applies in the last level and has nothing to do with anything else. I don't know. I'm just cracking up, man. So I also decided to do some for a few others. Let me see if I can pull them up. Okay. Oh. Oh no, where'd the other one go? Oh no, where'd the other one go? Oh, here it is. Here we go. Alright, I'm just gonna switch over to this one. So I'm gonna put this up, and I need you to know something. I need you to know something. I need you to understand something. What the fuck do you mean? So this one I generated for Meteor game, the last video. I don't know, man. I feel called out. I feel called out. This is a call out post. Now you might say the censor is that like because I got a little thumbnail right with the brown snake in the hood, which is probably why it gives it purple hair. That's one thing, right? The thing is, the presence of Fang looking pained in the center. That's Fang? Like, the general, like, the silhouette is there, right? Excluding wings, but Fang does not look like that. Ugh. I'm gonna give it this much. It's a decent thumbnail compared to the Jump Pod one where it was a little confused. I mean, this is a call out for me. This is not like an attention grabbing for the audience. This is telling me, Safi, will you shut up? Please. Ugh. Damn. All right, we got one more, and then we got the ones I did for derivative local there. I do appreciate that the the ones for Snoot Game look a lot better. Why does it do that for Jump Wad though? Is it just confused? I kind of want to see what it would do for Ramp, but so yeah, this speaks for itself. I think it just took a screenshot of somewhere in the video. I could look up the text actually. Fuck it, we can look up the text. No, I don't want to fucking preview. I'm using Control F. Pining is not in here, is it? Roses, it just hallucinated this text? Is it? Hold up. Like I know. Hold up. Oh no, wait. This is like an older chapter. Shit. Because we're not up to date yet. I'm sorry, we're not up to date yet. I have to pull up the old video and remind myself which chapter this was. Yeah, this was the Illinois chapter. Now you might say this has nothing to do with anything. It kind of does. It has to do enough to do with this that I can do what I want. Dude, how many chapters do I have to go back? 7? Here we go. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, I think it just took a screenshot of the background. What's interesting, by the way, is that the top text has a shaded background for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, that figure at the center is in fact Fang. You might not like it, but that's Fang. I don't know how to feel about that, man. I don't know how to feel about that, man. I don't know how to feel about that. It's really, I think it's just really confused by my avatar. I mean, I think it's cute. I just don't think it's Fang. Why is Fang in blackface? Is my question. I mean, some people say they like Fang with the red hair. I don't know if Fang with purple hair works, especially since he's technically a shade of green. And so there's also a derivative of Caldera. An interesting part about this is that one of them doesn't even use the same text, but the other one does. And I'm very confused by this one, because remember, the jump one is very straightforward, right? That one just it took what was available. Who is this? Who is this? Is that Win? Is it confused? It is. This is Win, and it's also Win with an I instead of a Y, because it doesn't actually know anything. What's even funnier... Oh, this is part 13. I'm very confused. I'm just very confused, okay? Where is it pulling these texts from? I don't have thumbnails for this, do I? No. No, I don't do that for streams most of the time. Stream VODs. God, I can't believe Win has a Dino Sona. I can't believe this man is going with scale face. What a crook. What a criminal. Why is the head so big? Anyway, the other one I want to show entirely because it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute, okay? It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Look at that. Look at that cute Claudia. That's just cute. I have nothing else to say. It's just stealing backgrounds and using them, which is fair enough, but... Man! What does a man to feel? Man, that Claudio one is cute, though. Anyway, you can steal the other characters. You can steal the the purple-haired Fang. I don't own that stuff. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I just noticed something that got to my attention that's very confusing. So, anyone who watches my videos reliably, right? There's one thing you know about old Safi, is that I don't show my toolbar. I do not, in fact, show my browser. I don't show my browser, I don't show my toolbar. What the fuck is... What the hell did it generate up there? Hold up, we need to zoom in! Figure out what the fuck's going on up there! Okay, so we have... Hold up, let me zoom in on my end. We have Spread News. We have Vivi Oak. We have Fang to something. We have Meteor. We have Chuck. Apparently I'm on Google and 2 websites I don't recognize. What is that hyperlink? I'm on winterhitty.html. .html? Who still has the fucking HTML extension visible? Also, that is not my avatar. That is not my avatar. I assure you, that's not my avatar on that website. That's also not what it looks like on AO3, by the way. That's not what AO3 looks like. I just don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm baffled. So what are these websites, right? We got Reddit, where I'm on hunting frogos. I'm apparently hunting frogs. I'm on Bishrisha, on Bing. I got YouTube. It almost got that one right. I have 0 bookmarks. Don't ask what the rest is. And I'm on Task Tag Markets, which I don't know what any of this is. Again, I don't have my toolbar visible. I don't. Why does it think I do? Like, it clearly acknowledges that I'm using a browser. But how does it... Why does it think... Like, where does it get that information from? Was it visible sometimes? Because I usually turn it off when I do scrolling through the comments. But even if I go to the top, right, you can't see it. Like, let me just double check. Like, I'm all the way at the top now. Like, no, it stops right below the search bar. You can't even see my avatar. Like, where is it getting this toolbar from? I'm baffled. I find this I kind of want to generate it again, because it's just the funniest fucking shit. Apparently, I'm on Bing. Apparently I'm on Bing. On Bishwisha. And on the task markets. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Please, let us avoid the cringe and move on. It's the end of Small Sanctuary. It's a shorter chapter, so we had some time to fool around, to flap our little hands at the air and pretend we can fly. I just want to get a good laugh. I just think it's funny when the AI tries to generate something. Because my content is just like the opposite of how a lot of YouTube channels operate. I don't do, like, subject stuff. I do a lot of sequential videos and streams and video games. And that doesn't really need LLM feedback. Because there's nothing to feedback to. So it just gets all confused, I think. Listen, I still... In spite of that, I do like annoyed Fang and the fucking Safi gets called out, okay? I think we can all agree. This is such a Safi call-out. Like, yeah, Safi, shut up about published work. These are amateurs having fun. Why are you like this? Do you run into an elementary school and say, ugh, you know, college math professors are smarter than... Do you even know what a derivative is? I slam my hands as I squat down because the little child's desk is all the way down there. Do you know what a derivative is? Solve for X! There's a madman in my classroom and he keeps shouting about math. That's me. That's me. Hi, sure. And then I say about Friday, it's how quiet it was. No one said a word to me. Sure, the teachers did, but that's part of the experience. It's not something you can change. But no one else acknowledged me. Reed sat a bit further away in math. Naomi just focused on the lecture in history. And Leo was absorbed by his phone. Sage was still out sick. I don't think Naomi is as interested. Wait, why would Naomi even be there? Was Nasser there? Hold up, was Nasser there? Because why would Nasser be there? Yeah, Nasser wasn't there. Why was Naomi there? I don't know if you know, but Naomi isn't... Like, she's friends with Reed, but... I don't think she'd attend something that Reed is organizing like that. Like, she's got more important shit to do. Anyway, Fang is absent. Sage is out sick. Sage poisoned themselves. With Sage, ironically. During lunch, even though I sat inside, no one bothered me. I was able to relax undisturbed. Sweet peace and quiet. Got in, got through class, got out, went home. It almost went by too fast. Once I was back at my apartment, I had the whole night to myself. It's the first Friday in recent memory when I wasn't being asked to go somewhere, or having to dread about being roped to some plan the following day. Cracking into the backlog had never felt sweeter. I actually got around to setting up modded Old Vegas and only crashed 5 times. Man, that means you're lucky, right? That's when Jesus smiles on you, when New Vegas doesn't crash more than twice. 5 times is still pretty lucky though. That's like a couple of drops of Jesus' sweat. I don't remember what time I finally ended up slumping in the bed. I didn't have to bother setting up an alarm. I should have done this a long time ago. It's a perfect day. So why do I feel so bored right now? It's because you're not falling asleep. You're like busy focusing on falling asleep instead of actually falling asleep. Bored enough for that. Walking down the sidewalk. Jesus fucking Christ. You are stir crazy. You're going for a walk? Anon, I keep telling you to go for a walk. It's good for you, but I don't expect you to do it. Hold up. This is like when Safi keeps saying that Anon's a normie, and then he acts like a normie. I'm like, what? You're not. Hold up. Remember that last time his dad told him, "Hey, Anon, please fucking at least go to school." I'm gonna meet a friend of hers at a grocery store. Small chat ended up taking about a part of an hour while I was supposed to sit there wait. Oh. Feels like I'm wasting time. The nagging me so much as to motivate me to get some air, doing what would otherwise be prime real estate to get some vision. Despite my misgivings over the circumstance itself, it's proven to be a nice outing so far. It's something of an overcast day out. Like the sky can't make up its mind. God damn it, sky, shut up! The gray clouds. He suffered through the heat. So, I want to point out, right, that the equator, apparently, like, there is no temperature differential, which is why it's the equator. But, like, man, that shit's stable. That shit's fucking stable. It is going to be 33 Celsius, whether you like it or not. 90 Fahrenheit minimum. I can't help you. Although I was looking at max temperatures, I think the average was more like 24. It's still doable. Toasty, but doable. Trish just loves the videos, soon to be outliers. They try to use a different spread. I mean, I mentioned today Revocated High. It's a little weird. Like, Trish just walks around in hoodies all the time, and Fang can wear black. I mean, they mentioned suffering for the aesthetic, but like, dude, you could at least wear a hat. Get some of that heat off. It's now an arcade. Lucky though. Pizza Owls. Why are we over describing a pizza place? Because you went there with his friends. Shh, Jesus Christ, Anon, I can't believe you're nostalgic for something like this. It's been a week. Come on. Poor man does not know that deep down, he is not, in fact, a loner. He thirsts for high fives. I think they were just looking for an excuse, man. Have you seen how big that friend group is? They are not starving for people. They're just waiting for an excuse to assimilate. That's why you declared an honorary dinosaur or whatever it was. There's Jingle up ahead. A pair of bodies. Stop calling people bodies! Like, maybe cynical ending to Anon may call people bodies like that in the casual, but not normal Anon. He's not that weird. Please. I feel like Nasser and Naomi are like the least problematic people to run into. Well, Nasser might be annoyed because Fang might have communicated things, but I feel like Naomi would be okay with this. She'd be like, oh, hell yeah, you're no longer dating my girlfriend, you asshole. And Anon would go, girlfriend? I thought they were not girl. Boonga boonga. Oh no, Naomi's wearing a jacket. Pink sleeve with a white core. White hardcore of love. The one-winged dork. Don't call him that. He'll never be Sephiroth. I mean, to be fair, that is kind of what Kef is, and I wonder if the authors were aware of the fact that that's kind of ableist. Oh, Nasser, you've got one wing just like Sephiroth. I'm like, that's not something that Reed should impose onto him. That's something he should be aware of and impose on himself. Come on, man. Nasser does not kick anyone's fucking ass, man. Nasser couldn't kick his own ass. What a weird trait to bring over from Snoot Game on this Nasser. When this Nasser is supposed to be a bit of a soft boy, a little pudding cheeks, you know. Not that he's necessarily flabby. He clearly sports and exercises. I just don't think this Nasser would throw a punch at anyone. Not first, at least. Saurians are strong. I don't like this. Which is a weird thing to say for a guy who's explicitly in the track team. As far as I remember. Or at least he doesn't in one of the flashbacks. I still don't like the whole concept of, like, Saurians are strong. I'm fine with it getting brought up, right? Like, once or twice as, like, a concept. As, like, oh, backstory-wise. But so many authors just lean on this stuff that it starts creaking like crazy. Okay? It's fine if elves have dark vision, but at some point I'm going to ask, okay, why don't elves just attack every single city at night and kill everyone? Like, what's stopping them at that point? Like, what actually keeps the balance and stability in this world up until this point? This motherfucker's in the debate team. He's not starting a fight. You should know he's in the debate team by this point. Naomi might say she's disappointed. Naomi's gonna tell you that she's very glad that you've stopped dating her girlfriend. Again. But he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. There's no way he could know that because I don't think Fang has even mentioned all that much. Like, she's kind of dropped... They have dropped the hint during the early phone conversation. But it's not come up much outside of that. This took extremely long just to establish that he's not engaging with these characters. All I can say is, I get it, but fuck, man, you could have shrunk this down to like 3 lines. And an apostrophe if you need one. Well, you were trying to kill some hours, and it's now hours later. You should be tired from all this damn walking. Realm of Runecraft. Get this RuneScape-ass bullshit out of here. I actually kind of like that as an alternative to World of Warcraft. Realm of Runecraft. Rawr! Rawr. Copious amounts of the pornography. Oh no. I don't even play dog shit MMOs, but I've cursing on to whip something up. I mean, this is what I mean, right? Is like Anon's shitposting should not be the central focus point. You know, why do you only look at the pornography? Purely at some point, you're a little tuckered out from all that. The group chat, I forgot it was another one. How the fuck did this happen? How did you not notice? You're in like 4 chats with like 5 people. How is this the one you didn't notice? Or are they one of those groups where it's like only the game master posts anything, and then you show up at the game and it's like, what are we doing yet? I'm like, bitch, I wrote so much shit the entire week. How did you not pick up on at least 1 word? The one I never bother using. Because Anon just shows up. Oh my god, Anon. Is that really the fucking thing that makes you come back? Your obligation to an LNL game? I assure you, that's the last thing that makes someone come back to a group of friends. They'd rather avoid that shit even if they are still your friends. I'm not salty. I'm mad. It's different. Directly tagging my contact. Probably sent the notification in the first place. He didn't even fully mute it. Ugh, you loser. No one's posting past it. Not even the usual mess of reaction, so you still have to leave on other text. Jesus fucking Christ, Anon, they're conspiring against you. Don't say anything. I'm on way to play fucking Legends and Lore in your dad's garage. Personally, I still like the idea that Goodbye Volcano High Reads is raised by 2 moms. Because the fucking Goodbye Volcano High needs some serious, healthy adult relationships. Look at these 2 gay moms having a perfectly normal life and with her gay son and their sex and life ambiguous other guy? Forsen might be a trans man, to all we know. He might not even be real. He might be a robot. Never see him. We're cool now. Like, again, listen, hold up. Let me finish this off. I have a serious issue with this, not just because, like, people, generally speaking, will sooner avoid D&D than try to get back into it. The bigger problem I have is this is not the social situation to come back, right? You do not want to sit at a D&D table. And it's like, cool, let's air all our grievances and talk out our problems, and then we play D&D. Nobody wants to do that. That's like tier 2 suckage. How read it is. No thanks, delete it. I thought it was a good idea. I sound like a fucking pussy, delete it. Can't bussy. Arthur Kitten Boy Wife. Please! Stop editing these fics. Why? I don't send it. Just like those are the others before it. I feel like if you're gonna say delete it, make it clear that you're not deleting the post, you're deleting the text before you sent it. Then I leave the chat entirely. Hell yeah, Anon! What a brave man. Let's set on some sadder music. You did it, Anon. You are officially a sad sack. I mean, you were, but you're now a sadder sack. God, I forgot that the song is so fucking heavy. We could use our artificer. Anon has left the chat. To be honest, I'm suffering mild PTSD thinking about this fucking scenario. I've had to ping people before. And sometimes those people are not, like, you know, they're a little wiggly as is. How much let do you have? How much let do you have? How tight can you pull the rope before it snaps? Some kind of finale. It's the last chance to save this ordeal to make amends. You can't go back, Anon. You've removed all context. How do you get back into the group chat at this fucking point, you idiot? Ugh. Dude, LNL should be like one of your worst possible situations. You're the only actual nerd in the room. Everyone gives you shit for it, like they gave Naomi shit for it. And they're constantly talking. You have to constantly talk. You have to constantly engage. I feel like Anon would hate that. Like, I don't know how much of autism he's got, but he might, you know, have issues focusing for that long on something like this. Even I have issues right now just letting silence sit for a minute. Because you never know if people are, like, genuinely thinking or if they're fucking stupid. And they need a little nudge because you forgot to actually provide one. Gotta give them a hook. People need to know it's okay. Give them a little pat-pat. Don't like Reed as a players. I said it before and I'll say it again. Reed has so many fucking players at his table. System's kind of obtuse, and I don't have to wrap my head. I'm not exciting either. Being a vehicle for storytelling. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, buddy. That's because, Anon, you, just like the writer almost certainly, don't understand what a voice actually is. Like, surprisingly little of it is actually the intonation. It's your word choice. It's the things you respond to, the things you prioritize in your conversation, the sounds you make, more than it is the intonation of your voice. For example, were I to start talking a little slower and a little more interested in you, suddenly there's this romantic angle that isn't necessarily just how I throw my voice. But if you start talking really quickly, you start to get the impression that maybe I'm not really into it, and I'm just kind of shrugging it off, trying to make as much time as possible. No, I don't got time for this. Well, I gotta go places. But then if I thee-ishly thou thee, with ancient and archaic terms most mundane, you start to think I'm a wizard who lost his way and ended up here, on a train station in Milwaukee. Like, again, intonation, inflection is only so much. Actually, inflection is a good part of it. Inflection's easy to do without changing your voice in specific. Like putting the emphasis on the wrong words. It's 4 a.m. Who the fuck is knocking? I didn't order a pizza. I find it impressive that you don't realize that someone's knocking at your fucking door. This is so short. This is so long for how short this scene actually is. Come on, dude, let's go. People are starting to look. You're inside of an apartment building. Who the fuck is looking? Also, how did you get in through the front door? Don't most apartment buildings have like an exterior and an interior door? Open up, Anon, we can hear you. Anon, for fuck's sake, I know you mutter, but people can hear you through doors now? Your muttering is audible through a fucking door at this point? Old varsity jacket. Reed would never wear a varsity jacket. Hold up. Listen, I'm willing to accept a lot of little changes about Reed. A varsity jacket? A varsity jacket. The man who walks around in quite literally the most colorful sneakers I've ever seen on a character in an officially released, like, actual non-budget title. You're telling me this man would wear a varsity jacket? Ugh. You do not get these characters. Even Snook Game Reed wouldn't wear that. Like, none of them want to be associated with a school in that way. Like, it doesn't matter if it's from fucking Orson. He's not wearing it. On principle. Oh my god, I can't believe Sage is looking cute in a turtleneck, but I'm just weak to turtlenecks. I want to talk. You left my group! He starts slamming the door. Nobody leaves my D&D! Like, a subtle way you can give a character more voice, by the way, is to how they present their opinions. If someone constantly says, I feel, I think, I like, etc., then it puts a lot of emphasis on them as a person. But someone who uses it is trying to disclaim their own feelings. You know, it's cool that we're doing this. Instead of saying, I feel this is cool, this is a fun time for all. You know, that too is character voice. And in writing, it's usually the character voice you have to work with. We're not leaving until you let us see you. I mean it. I need to know that you didn't stab yourself to death and turn into a spooky ghost. Sage, since when do you have a voice? Sage, please, please. Kind of accept the shit about people that are totally unserious. No matter how hard I try, no matter how hard they try. I can't view them in a mature light. Too brain rotted, too stupid, too left-leaning. And you do know this is your fucking problem, right? This is, like, Sage is presenting themselves as serious. The problem is you are not engaging them like that. This is your problem. Big serious, dude. What we'll talk about. Don't play dumb, man. I don't know why Sage is here. Sage has not been a big thing in this. I understand why Fang can't be here, but I could kind of see Sage and Orson if you want to bring him into the story a bit more. You could potentially have Trish be there, as she wants to apologize, even though that's not something she really wants to do. You know, something to show, like, look, I even brought the person who fucked everything up. My apartment looks like shit. It smells like shit. I keep shitting on the floor because I don't know how to use a toilet, Reed. My parents never potty trained me, Reed. And Reed just slowly backs off, realizing that he might have made a mistake. My place ain't special either, none. Again, I don't know if I pointed this out in the last video, but Reed's house is fucking small. Well, let me see if I can, give me a moment. Hold on. We need to find this, because I need you to understand Reed's house is goddamn small. I don't know how to explain this in any other fashion. His house is so dang tiny. Okay, here we go. Take a little screenshot. I'm going to show it to you, and you're going to go, oh, Safi, wow, that house is fucking tiny, ain't it? As a quick bit of context, Reed's house is the one on the right. Here. So that house, middle right, that's Reed's house, right? I want you to look at this house. I want you to look at this house with me. Look at it. We have, at most, a living room with a kitchen. At most, a bathroom and a single bedroom. Maybe behind the garage, there's space for, like, a room that's awkwardly shuffled into a long-ass hallway. But, like, dude. That house is fucking tiny. Like, damn. Says he's sorry to bust his way and reason stupid. They're already getting looks. Just call the landlord. I'm impressed your tenants care this much. I don't like how much Anon is not responsible for his own actions. Like, the amount he absolves himself and tries to avoid things, I don't like. I feel like if Anon's gonna take an action, he needs to stand behind it. Because otherwise, what you're doing is, you're saying that Anon is a victim of fate, and he has no agency. Like, Anon himself does not matter to the story in that fashion. Which is dumb and stupid. You should stop. Take a couple of steps away from the door. God, you are over-describing this fucking scene, man. This is not an action scene. You don't need this much action. I was always under the impression that Reed sleeps in the garage, because there's no fucking way that him and Orson both live inside that house, and they still have enough space for everything. Again, that house has a bathroom, 2 bedrooms tops. Maybe a third, because they squeezed the utility closet out of it. I think Reed sleeps in the bathroom, in the garage. The bathroom would also be an option, but given how much he smells. Everything's coated in a fine layer of dust. That's because you have so much fucking dandruff, you jackass. Didn't say nothing. So I left the group chat earlier. Man, you guys are... I feel like in actual Goodbye Volcano High, this would be a genuine, like, oh no, Anon, you killed yourself, you know? I feel like the scene could work really well. Because those guys are fucking goobers. They would naturally be drawn into this kind of simplistic drama. And then Anon can be like, man, this is nothing. Why is this enough for you guys to care? And then they say, well, because we actually care, Anon. Like, it looks small to you, but you don't understand what you're doing. Like, you are so used to this world where everything is grand and huge and important, where the only true actions that matter are gigantic, that the small things escape you, and you don't realize how many thousands of cuts you've given yourself since you started, you know? That'd be a fun conversation to have, maybe? We're not gonna have that, though. That requires awareness that I don't think I'm gonna find in anyone on this website. Anyone who has that's gonna write a better story that's not a fanfic. Because I feel like you need slightly more, slightly better characters, not be as restrained to what is. Because we're not doing this footsie stuff, Anon. I appreciate that Sage is the one doing this, because Sage is dealing with Leo, so would have experience with someone who's depressed, you know, the footsie stuff. God damn it. We are not on my OnlyFans. Get those tootsies out of here. You're gonna tell us what's going on. You're not gonna give us blow us off or give us an excuse. I don't care if you get mad or snap at us like you did, Fang. I'm not leaving until you say the truth. Until you tell the truth. It's got more flow to it. Fang told you what happened between us. Because I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't buy what I first said about it. I don't buy it now. Doesn't change the fact. We'll talk about that later. We can tell you're hurt. Again, like I said, if this fic wants to earn the big fat whammo kabammo big points, it needs to acknowledge that Anon does lots of little things and pretends they're not big things, because to Anon there is a minimum margin that is required for something to mean something. When that's not how that works at all, right? When people overlook, oh, he's just being quiet. That's the mindset that these people should not contend with, right? To them, that reliability, that consistency, that immediate offness is important to how they experience their emotional lives. I've let the floodgates loose. And you're talking about toxic masculinity. I don't think that's your problem. I think your problem is just that you've let yourself get penned in and assumed this position of helplessness, of learned helplessness. About the part at the end of it, we know. I'm so very confused why the end of the party was a problem. They're like, I'm a province about it, it's a boundary to me. That makes sense, but, you know, you could have just talked, you know? You could have just said, hey, no. Should I try I transferred her? That's a weird thing for Reed to bring up. But admittedly, Reed is the kind of person who probably expects things to be a bit more fairy tale storytelling, because, you know, that's literally what he does as a hobby. Oh, Anon. No, Trish didn't mean it, right? She was just playing, bro. She was just playing. I'm baffled that they allowed someone to get this drunk. It feels very much like the plot didn't know how to make it work otherwise. I generally speaking don't like characters that fuck up when they're drunk. I feel like getting drunk itself should be the character flaw, so that what comes of it is logically connected to the character. But, like, they're just having a party. Trish isn't known for being drunk. And it's not like her character flaws caused her to become drunk. It's just like the story needed her to be drunk so she would do something slightly more severe than she otherwise would, which is bad writing. Smack on the wrist. You need to tie the flaws into the weaknesses. Like the momentary flaws. I spazzed out. Don't say that. That's a slur. We're not in Britain. Sage, we're not in fucking UK. No more. Actually, I doubt the UK is even watching these videos. Poor UKians are told by their government they're little baby men. They're little idiotic baby men. They're so fucking stupid. They can't watch anything without going, I'm too dumb. I'm an idiot. You little nanny state. You little fucking piss baby nanny state. Gotta give him your passport. I said it's gonna hurt her or something. Yeah, man, that's your fucking concern. Because that's the big character flaw you've been expressing to everyone. Man, I just keep hurting everyone around me. It sounds like the size of Philip the tough sort of whole freckle. Just built. And I'm afraid that I'm gonna officially have to put something up on the screen. That's not gonna go away until you've done something to earn it back, buddy. I'm afraid. I'm so fucking afraid. Can't take that back, bro. You can't take that back. How do I fucking transform this shit? I wanna, no, stop. Actually, let me change that. Let me see if I can make this work. You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that. It's fine when Anon says the fucking the T word, whatever the hell he pulls out of his ass. That's one thing. But what the fuck do you mean? Listen, okay? In Snook Game, the whole point is that Trish is supposed to be black. And as much as I think that's fucking stupid, there is that boondock sort of backwards logic you can follow where it kind of works. But you can't just fucking do that, man. In Volcano High? Without President? Why are we backporting this? Why is this the thing you take with you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't say that. You can't do that. Oh, that's actually my problem. It's not that you said it. It's just you can't just do that. You can't just do that. Ugh. I like how you came here to make friends and you immediately beat the shit out of Anon. Stop saying stuff like that. A reader snaps would rather Sage. Why would it rather be Sage? Is it not clear that Sage is way more aware of what's going on here? Listen, Sage's the one who's been pressing all the shit and pushing all the aggression forward. Come on, idiot. Oh. Oh. God, I'm gonna have to figure out exactly which part this is so that I can make a custom thumbnail for it. Ugh. No music. There's no music. There's just Jesus fucking Christ. Again, even Snoot Game kind of left it up to the imagination at least. It was willing to sort of put it down and put its hands off. It doesn't touch it the whole time. But this fic just can't shut up. It just refuses to make a smart move. It's like if I just shoot my foot enough, right, I'll get a smaller foot. Jesus Christ. Why I care this much? Because you're just like Leo, and Sage is projecting. And he doesn't want to repeat the same mistakes. Which, admittedly, is an interesting way to have these characters involved, but... I don't think that... Like, how does this fit into Snook Game or Kabai Volcano High, though? Like, neither stories are really about any of this. Also, that's a weird thing to connect onto Anon, a guy who does not have any disabilities. Like, there's so much weird shit happening here. Also, please put one on the table for a disabled person is used to give an allo-abled person... Jesus Christ, like fridging a fucking woman. Jesus. But the problem is, right, that Leo genuinely has like a massive issue that's going on in his life, whereas Anon just isolated himself and stopped giving. Like he gave up and he kept giving up and he was told that that's the good thing to do, right? Like Anon's been brainwashed by a cult. Leo literally had his life ripped out of his hands. Like Anon never bothered to get a life. He was told that a life is for losers and that he's this idiot loser special boy and that he shouldn't try. Leo had a life. It was ripped out of his hands. They're not the same person. This is not the same problem. You can't just take a disabled person and say, well, ooh. I also feel like, again, if any fucking person in the goddamn universe tells Anon that he's valid, it's these motherfuckers. Why don't they tell him he's valid and he goes, get out of here with your leftist bullshit? God, it's so unable to understand the Goodbye Volcano High universe, like the groundwork that makes it function. And I feel like this should be a way bigger part of the story. Like the cult part of Anon needs to rev up. His defense mechanisms have been taught and ingrained. He shouldn't just be fine with it. Shouldn't Sage of all people be like the most terrible choice because Anon is the most capable of pushing him aside. Oh. He's speaking for all of us. He speaks for the trees. Also, you still haven't actually talked about what the fuck's going on.